Good morning and welcome to the new week, the final week of this first half of term. A first half of term which has in so many ways been eventful to say the least. It has certainly been different, but I recall saying to colleagues right at the start, this is how many days we've got to go, colleagues. Let's get cracking, let's roll our sleeves up, let's work hard, and before you know it, half term will have arrived. And it is now in sight. And the theme of this week's assemblies is that of kindness. And I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that the kindness that exists within family groups is put to the sternest of tests when we are living in such close proximity, almost on top of each other. We're together all day, every day. I know children do not have the opportunity to let off steam in the same way as perhaps they would when they are in the school environment. And so our tolerance levels, our understanding, our kindness levels are put to the most incredible of tests. And I can speak from personal experience as ever. In as much as I have two children at home, they are in fact quite easy to deal with because they tend not to be awake when I'm awake and they tend to get up when I'm going to bed. So in that respect, our family group works quite nicely. But just down the road in isolation and shielding are my parents, who are incredibly reliant upon me to go out to do the shopping to make sure that all is well and all is okay. I am also their source of contact and communication, and they do like to phone me 3, 4 and 5 times every day just to check that all is well. And it is very easy for us to become frustrated by the environments in which we find ourselves. But it is so important to step back from that and to remember that within our family groups we are bound by the strongest thing there is, and that is love. And that however much when we are living in such circumstances we find they might be testing, it is so important to remember what ultimately binds us together. And to remember that being kind to one another costs us absolutely nothing at all. And it is perhaps that notion, that feeling, that when all this is over and the end is in sight, that we bring kindness back into the world when we once again mix with people beyond our family groups. And this is something that in assembly that Mr Philp did. He touched upon this notion of emergence into what is inevitably going to be a slightly different world. Kindness will cost us absolutely nothing whatsoever. During the course of this week, we have 4 assemblies, including this one, of course, because we are not here on Friday. It is a planning, preparation and teacher training day, which will take place. In the meantime, tomorrow we have an incredibly interesting offering for you, which will not be the commendations assembly. That will take place on Wednesday. We'll then be back with me on Thursday, and then, as I say, Friday and into next week is of course Holiday Club. We also of course have our remote open day on Friday morning, so as ever, do please spread the word. We have an absolutely fantastic school here, as you all know, and I'm looking forward to a time when we can welcome everyone back to it, and indeed our newbies. In the meantime, do please take very good care of yourselves.